Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in. Today I would like to talk about Johnny Depp's current lover or future lover. Um, Today or originally I actually have to work, but for some reason I know it's not the time to work. So I have the opportunity to actually spend some time to dive into this reading because um, a few months ago, one of the viewers, um, Zen1281, I uh, I remember that they actually asked me a question that is about Johnny Depp's love life, the future partner, and uh, I've been wanting to do the reading for some time, but because there's just so much happening, so I didn't have the chance to do it. And today, um, I know this will be a good time to do it. And I also realized that um, this is allowed by the universe because ordinarily I wouldn't dive into somebody's love life in this manner. But I believe that I am allowed to do this because there are some lessons that we can actually learn from his love life. Um, and that's why I am allowed to do this reading today. And I hope all the viewers who are watching this video, we should always be respecting um, their privacy, even though we are, metaphysically tuned in to this kind of topic. But I hope that all of you can respect his life, his partner's life, and try to use this video as something that can expand your horizon and your understanding about love and relationships, but not just being nosy. Okay. So and I also want to ask for your consideration to use this information only privately, but not, publicly scrutinizing his choices or their situation. I just hope that this read can actually bring clarity, maybe for him personally, but also to the people who care about him. So, this spread is a prelude about the reading because I don't want this read to be very superficial. I want this read to be substantial for not only them but for us personally. So the devil energy in this spread is about the current situation. Um, we are doing this read for Johnny Depp today because we feel like his love life is having troubles and has been troubling for some years. That's why the devil energy is sort of reminding us that how we perceive his love life in general. Of course, his relationship with his ex-wife, Amber Heard, it didn't end well. The court case, I think it is still ongoing. I don't know. I don't follow closely. But anyway, the devil energy is why we are trying to figure out and try to tap into the information. So to use this read in a positive manner and in a positive perspective is the world. What is the world? The world is everything. The world is about inclusive, being inclusive about his love life everything that happens that can happen in love relationships, human relationships, everything we have to take into consideration. This is the positive way to perceive this read. Um, and I would like to also draw a zodiac card for this world card. The 12th house and the 10th house. 12th house is about completion. 10th house is about career. When we combine 12th house and 10th house and the world card, we can expect a conclusion of some sort. I'm not sure if he's actually in the process of starting to wanting to withdraw from the business of the entertainment industry. It is possible. But if we just talking about how we can use this read in a good way, then it is about the conclusion of someone's image, public image. So when we think about Johnny Depp, what is his public image? I personally think he's kind of rebellious. He's also very unique, and he is very stylish. He's very artistic. Um, Sometimes he's kind of outspoken too. So he is a lot of things. So because of his character, we have to understand and respect that his world can be a lot of things. A lot of things that can go beyond our personal understanding. So we have to be open-minded about what his character is and how he perceives things can be very different from ordinary people, because his world is about inclusiveness, um, being inclusive to a lot of things. So we have to try to align ourselves when we are doing this read, and also watching this information of him. We have to be open-minded and non-judgmental about whatever situations that are going on with his life and his love life. We have to be very sure about it. And the Seven of Swords energy is something that we don't want to focus on, because that's the negative energy that we can possibly tap into, but we should not tap into when we are watching this read, doing this read for Johnny Depp. Seven of Swords energy is about sacrificing something, uh, because a particular person thinks there are more important things to take care of. So some things can be ignored. In this case, we should not ignore any details, and also try to ignore we should not try to ignore the reality that everything can happen, and life is about a lot of different things, and there are things that we will never know about, we will never understand, but because of our concerns for this matter, or for Johnny Depp himself, we shouldn't be sacrificing any little details. Maybe you have a different perspective about his love life. Maybe you want to blame him. Maybe you want to support him. Maybe you're confused by what he is going through in his love life. We shouldn't be ignoring any aspects of his situations. And we also need to be open minded and be very wise about his life in general. Uh, in this situation, we have to be very sure about we are not putting a judgmental glasses on his love life. And yeah, we just need to be open minded about it. So, this is the prelude for this read. And now let us dive into the read itself. Okay, so the first spread, and before I start, I have to tell you that there are numerous spreads in this video because even though I, um, even though Zen1281, the viewer, they asked me just one question, but for some reason, I just having the sense that I have to do multiple answers to actually answer that particular question. So that's why this read has a lot of spreads actually. So be ready, be ready for it. Um, and I also want to tell you the fact that I don't think we are supposed to know everything, especially for his love life. So I only gonna do until a certain point, and I stop there because I don't want to, um, you know, like invading their privacy. I hope you can understand. Anyway, the first spread is about will Johnny Depp be into monogamous or polygamous relationship? Upright will be the answer, and the other way is the reverse is not the answer. So the left one is monogamous, the right one is polygamous. The left is upright, Knight of Swords. So I would say he he is or he will be into monogamous relationship. I didn't tap into his past, but at least this will be the trend from now on. So I think he is a monogamous person. Knight of Swords energy is also about fighting against a lot of things to achieve his relationship, his desirable relationship. And then another question is, will he have a single or more than one lover in the future? My apologies. I actually switched to the wrong slide, but anyway, yeah. This spread is about will he have single or more than one lover in the future. So because the Page of Swords is upright, I would say there will be one person in the future. And I feel like that person will be a permanent relationship for him. But the Page of Swords energy is also about some problems that are needing to be resolved. So let me tap into what's the Page of Swords problem. Okay, fifth house, third house. Fifth house is about creativity, love, um, and third house is about communication, writing, speaking. That might, in his future permanent relationship, he might need to deal with problems in regards to um, perhaps the communication with the kids, and also creative expressions can be in conflict with that particular person, or maybe with the kids that can be involved. So this spread is about whether he currently has a partner or not. The left is he's currently in a partnership, the right is not. But we can see both are upright. So I feel like something is kind of in between. I don't think the relationship has been manifested fully. But at the same time, looks like he has someone, but it's not official. Um, he might need to make a choice about it. So he's kind of in the middle right now. Okay, so his current love relationship status, Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles is about working with the other people to deal with something slowly, steadily. It's about building something. Um, at first, I would think about a job situation. Maybe this is related to his career. But then I also feel like it can be more than that. But I don't know if I'm gonna say it later. But that relationship can be job related. But you will see this card again, and I will remind you. Because in another question, I also get the Three of Pentacles, so they might or might not be related. Okay, so this spread is about does Johnny Depp refer himself currently as single or not single? So I think it's kind of ambiguous for him right now because both cards are reversed. So maybe he feels like he is single, but he's also not single. So it's kind of in between right now, and he he might not be very sure about how to identify his status. I mean, romantic status right now. Okay, so this spread is about um, if Johnny Depp is somewhat romantically involved right now, will this person be his permanent partner, lover of the rest of his life, or just temporary? So, because both cards are upright, I would say um, this person will definitely have the potential to materialize a life with Johnny Depp in the future. But on the right hand side is about something temporary. The Page of Wands is upright position. So I would say there are things between them there that are actually temporary. So Page of Wands usually is about work relationships, work related matters. So I feel like they're gonna be working together right now temporarily, and then somehow if they decide to move beyond the working relationship. Let's say they are colleagues now, and in the future, they might go into a more serious love relationship that can actually manifest materially, perhaps creating more wealth. But that wealth might not be related to career anymore. Because anything that is related to career is going to be temporary between these two person. Okay, so how Johnny Depp thinks about his current relationship status. It is about Eight of Wands. What is Eight of Wands? Usually it is about air travel, quick communication, quick developments. So that must be something that is happening pretty quickly between himself and this person. So Eight of Wands usually is also about quick developments in a love situation. So he definitely feels pretty strongly about this person and the situation. Everything is kind of fast moving for him right now, especially about relationship. Um, but at the same time, as I mentioned earlier, he's also not very sure about whether he's actually single or involved because maybe this is an initial stage of considering to have a relationship with this person, but he's not fully sure about yet. Okay, who is this person? This person is the hermit. So hermit usually is about someone who is very wise about life in general, about the struggles that we go through. Um, and this person is very, very patient and very introspective also, because they believe that in order to reach the answers of the mysterious life, they have to be in solitude to search for the answers. So this person, they embrace solitude. They don't need to work with a lot of people. They are spiritual seekers. Maybe they are seeking for something materialistic, but at the same time, uh, there is the spiritual side of this person that is very wise, very knowledgeable about the things that they are professional in. So let me, okay, 12th house, 10th house, okay. Again, this is about 12th house and 10th house. Um, so this person, their work might be related to something behind the scenes. Um, they work behind the scenes a lot, but at the same time, their work can reach the public because of the 10th house. So somehow I feel like this hermit is related to the world card we I mean when I began this video, uh, when I talk about how to utilize this video and how to use it wisely, the world card also aligns with 12th house and and the 10th house. So If someday we realize that this person exists, I'm definite about the fact that we have to learn to be inclusive about this person and not to be judgmental, because this person actually, they know a lot of things. They are very knowledgeable about what they are doing, why they do the things that they are doing. So, but for a lot of ordinary people, they might find it difficult to be non-judgmental towards this person. Yeah. So anyway, I think this person is, they deal with a lot of behind the scene work, and but they will also bring the work uh, when they're done with the research, when they're done with the the behind the scene process, they will actually bring the production out to the public. Can this be people who work in the film industry? Probably, maybe. And then this card is about how they look. You know what? When I first see the Hermit card, I already feel like something is kind of, I would say, interesting. I mean, I ordinarily wouldn't think about Johnny Depp being in a relationship with a hermit. But I mean, when I was reading about the hermit, I think, okay, this can be a female who is very wise, who is very knowledgeable, that type of person. And when I ask how this person looks, like how they present themselves, Knight of Pentacles, and I'm starting to think, is this person a female? And I'm starting to think about their genders, actually. I mean, if we keep thinking this as a female, this female can be very wise, very knowledgeable, and also they move very slowly and steadily. Um, the Knight of Pentacles, sometimes it is related to health. This person can be very health oriented. They work steadily, and also they are very stable. You know, the way they present themselves is very stable, practical. Let me look into the house of the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, 11th house, 6th house. So 11th house is about the collective and also the future, and the 6th house is about health and well-being. So I think this person has very innovative ideas about health and well-being, and how they look is very closely related to their vision about the future, because the 11th house is about the future and about freedom. Their consciousness about health and well-being and also the futuristic side of life can actually impact how they look. If we think about this in a very superficial term, or a superficial way, the Knight of Pentacles is nowhere close to a female. If we're talking about gender, But this question is not totally about gender, so I wouldn't be so sure about this. Um, but seeing this Knight of Pentacles really actually rings a bell in my head. I really think about starting to think about the gender. So that's why I asked the question about the gender of this person, Three of Pentacles. When we think about three, then it's more than one, then it's more than two. So I can think about is this person might be middle sex, might be a transgender. All these Three of Pentacles is actually representing there is work involved. Um, more than one people involved in order to build something. So when we're talking about the gender of a person, if something needs to be done, um, then that actually fits into the the transgender category, right? If they need to change their gender, then that is you know that needs work to be done. It's not an immediate and direct process. They have to talk to doctors. They have to have a concrete plan to move forward with the transition. And you know what? When I was reading about the current love relationship status of Johnny Depp, the Three of Pentacles also appears. So what I can think about and relate is there are several scenarios. First of all, this can simply be signifying that this person and Johnny Depp, they are actually in a working environment. They're trying to work with each other to, let's say they're making a film, then the Three of Pentacles fits into that category. This can be also a situation where more than two-person involved. So they have to sort out who's gonna be with this person is gonna be with that, or you know, it can be a love triangle situation. But also, I feel like it's kind of outrageous to say this, but this can also be a process where uh, let's assume that the current love relationship status, Three of Pentacles, is actually the same as the gender of this person. Then that means in order for them to be together and to move forward with their relationships, they have to talk about how how they handle genders. So genders can be something very important in this relationship. It can make or break the relationship, and it's not very direct. Um, the Three of Pentacles means they need to discuss about the gender of one of the person involved. Like, how can we move forward if you are actually with this gender? And I can also think about the possibility that one of the person might need to actually change the way they express themselves um, because of the relationship. So maybe ordinarily, maybe they have a unique way to express their gender, but then because they need to be in this relationship, then they have to, to tweak and to, or to even transform themselves. You know what? Three of Pentacles can be transformational if we're talking about gender, because we need to build something upon the gender. So, um, yeah, I don't know if a person actually needs to change their gender in order to be with someone. This can be possible. Why Three of Pentacles? It is because of Queen of Cups. So Queen of Cups, if we're talking about a person, then this person can be very emotional, can be kind of psychic, emotionally they're very sensitive and not very stable. Um, so, but if we are just talking about this in terms of a situation, then this is a very emotional situation. So the gender aspect of this person can be a very emotionally triggered thing for both Johnny Depp and themselves. And then this is where I ask the current lover's gender, male, female, or something else. You know what? We just saw the Queen of Cups, and then over here the Queen of Cups is reversed, and is under the other position. What is other? I categorized other as transgender, and also middle sex. Well, I apologize if I'm not accurate about identifying middle sex, but and also I'm not discriminating anything. I'm just using this as a way to direct the energy within the spread. So please don't take it personally, okay? So this spread, the first card is upright, the second card is also upright, but the third card is reversed. So the Four of Pentacles is about something very concrete, someone who is very wealthy and financially stable. Three of Swords is about sadness. Can this be a person who was originally a female, but then nowadays they actually present themselves as a wealthy guy? It is possible. They might feel sad about their past as a female. So because of the sadness of being a female in the past, they sort of want to turn loose of that Queen of Cups energy and become someone who is very financially stable, financially successful. That's where the Four of Pentacles manifest. However, I'm not 100% sure. But this is my speculation. My speculation is this person might be originally a female, but somehow, for some emotional reasons, they became a guy who is financially successful. So the last question is how the public sees this person, how the public's gonna perceive this person. Nine of Swords. Um, so I'm very certain that one day when if we're gonna know about this person, we're gonna think this person as someone who worries a lot, who has troubles, who has trouble sleeping, um, who has a lot of worries. So what is this Nine of Swords about? Okay, this Nine of Swords energy is about 7th, 12th house, 10th house, and also the ninth house. And when we talk about 7th house, it's about partnership. 12th house, behind the scene, secrets, 10th house. So this can be the worry of the relationship behind the scene going public. And the ninth house is about legal matters, spiritual matters, and also foreign lands. So for some reason, I think um, this can play out in several different ways. This can be a person that Johnny Depp is being with them in a foreign land, which is not the US. And it's kind of secretive, but somehow it goes public and it just become it can become a very worrying situation for that particular person, not Johnny Depp, but um, this particular relationship, that particular lover. So when the news come out, when we know about this person, it's definitely gonna be a very devastating situation for that person to be out in the open. Um, because I feel like they have the intention to keep it as a secret, but somehow it's gonna come out. So it's gonna be very worrisome for that person, and we gonna know about this person as someone who worries a lot. Um, worries because what it's also possible that this person actually had um, some sort of high profile relationship with foreigners before. Um, but I'm not sure. I feel like this is about this particular person and Johnny Depp. So, I mean, in conclusion, mm, I would say Johnny Depp's future partner or his current partner is gonna be someone who who is kind of unique in regards to gender, and it can be they have a unique way of expressing their gender. It might be uh, there are concerns about the gender, especially if they are being together or if they decide to be together in the long run. The gender can be something that can trigger or can be sensitive in the situation. But I also see them working with each other to manifest the relationship. Even though I do see a lot of worries and um, the secrets, but I do believe that this can be a very strong relationship. because they are trying to work it out. They're trying to work it out with the help of perhaps a specialist, perhaps a doctor or someone else. I do see a lot of effort, but um, I also see the conflict because, of the gender and the gender stereotype, those kind of thing. Um, yeah, so I think this is what I am seeing today, and let me know what do you think. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I will answer them if I am ready to answer them, because not all questions I can answer. Sometimes some of them are not meant to be answered by me. Anyway, I hope you like this video. If you like this video, please consider liking and subscribing to my channel. I really appreciate that. And I'll talk to you next time. Have a great day. Bye.